Welcome back. Today is the first session I'm doing after New Year. I gave the warm wishes of 2020 and we did give exercise for you to think about yourself as a lead actor and direct your own film for 2020. I hope you have done that exercise. If not, please do that. I would like you to take a minute of calmness where you just close your eyes and visualize how you want to pen your own story of 2020 and what you are going to achieve in that, what your goals that you are going to achieve in 2022. And that is the deciding factor for this video. Okay. The reason why I am asking you that is because today in this conversation what I am having with, I am going to address both parents and kids. Reason is because there have been some parents who have been asking about who should be designing their goals. So to set the clarity, I would like to make it as a two-part video. In the first part, I am going to talk about what is the influence the parents are bringing to their children in setting their future. And in the second video, I will talk about what is the role of the children and how they are going to achieve their goals. So let's start. Let's talk about the role of parents. Parents are the biggest impact on any children. They are their heroes. Father is a hero and mother is a hero. They are the role models for any children, whether it is a 5-year-old kid or an adult. Even after adult, if you ask some people, they say their role models are their parents. Okay. So, who has a very important role in bringing their children? See, normally one thing in the Indian parenting style that happens, we have the historical or the societal view where parents have to be listened. Whatever parents say, you have to listen. That's the dogma or the principles that we have been living all the while. And now, in this current generation, there is a shift where parents are becoming more listening and they think from the child's perspective before they decide anything, because all the parents wants the child to get the best in the world and they make lot of sacrifices for them. Okay, so now the question what I want to ask is, as a parent, what is the level of influence you want to live on your child to take their own decision? Whether as a parent, are you willing to hand over the decision making of goals to the children, or you feel that they have to listen to what as a parent you say to them? For instance, if my daughter wants to do law, but I aspire to become her to become an auditor, a CA, then should I ask her to follow my path or should I ask her to chase her dreams or her aspirations? So this is the big point where every parent is struggling a bit in their parenthood, because this is something very common in India. Okay, but I have a different view here. One thing, as a parent, before we tell the children, I want to think whether we are imposing our views on the children or we are listening to them. That's the first thing I want to think as a parent, because the most important thing is, if my father wanted me to do something in my childhood and I could not accomplish that, am I imposing that in my children? That's the first question I should ask myself. Am I listening to what my children wanted or child wanted, or I am thinking from the father's view and imposing my thoughts to my child? So that's a very important question I should think and ask myself, because at this point of time, when I discuss with most of the parents, they think that the child is not equipped to decide on their own. It's a fair point. There is no denial, because our education system is molded more towards academic and the children have very limited options to think and choose unless they have a wide discussion with their parents or mentors or the school provides. The situation is changing because now we are having many career counselors coming into play. They are advising the children on what they have to do and other things. But in general, there is a tendency for the parents to think that my child is not equipped to think. So this is the question I want to leave to the parents to think, whether they feel that they want to leave an influence on the child to make their own decision with our guidance as a parent, or bring our viewpoint and give it to the child saying, I have analyzed everything and this is the best for you. Both are right. It depends on the child and the parent relationship and also child, because the child should be in a position to think of their own. If they're not in a position to think of their own, then parents have to decide. So, what is the pitfall in doing this? When parents decide, what will happen is one, the child will accept and be successful. It's a happy part. There is no issues for any parent because child and parent are in sync. Second, the child obliges to the parent saying, okay, my father or mother wants this, so I'm doing it. But after some time, if they don't feel it interesting what they are doing, then they are be the person who are going to suffer. So it's very important that we have a discussion before any decision is made as a parent and as a child. It's very important they have a healthy conversation, a dialogue where child is able to express his or her viewpoint and parents are also expressing their viewpoint, and there is a mutual discussion app where they agree to something which is beneficial to the child. The reason why I am saying is I have seen on my own life where I have seen some kids who have been forced to do computer science and they join the IT industry only to realize that that is of not an interest to them. And some people have left the job in between and they move to a different line to pursue their career. There is nothing wrong in that. But what happens is their precious years of from say 10 to age they have been in this IT industry, like say 3 years or 4 years. They wasted almost like 10 to 12 years of their life without doing something what they want. Please keep this in mind. It's very important as a parent and as a child that we think all aspects, and most importantly, if my child as a parent, I'm checking if my child is really interested in pursuing what I asked to do. If that is fine, then that's a brilliant decision. Hats off. If the child has reservations, please consult a career counselor along with the child or discuss with their school to identify the area of the child and then make them to the path that is more inclined for them to pursue. So in this video, I touched upon the most important aspect of the role of the parent as an influencer on their child to pursue the career of their interest. In the next video, I am going to talk about the challenges that the parent faces when they find the child is having it's a varying interest. So today they say something, tomorrow they may say. So let's catch up in the next video. Please subscribe to my videos and let's have the comment also passed on. If you have any observation, please reach out to me so that we have a good discussion and decide on the next steps. Okay, bye. See you till then. Bye.